This episode is sponsored by Ping, where you can play your best.
Gervis, hey,
What?
we're not being sponsored by Ping.
We're not being sponsored by Ping? What do you mean?
No, we're too small right now.
Oh, well, shoot. Scratch all that. I'm not going to go promote a product that we're not even getting paid for.
Gold Golf Balls here. Hey, today's video, we're going to take a look at your golf clubs. Today's video, we're going to talk about... Hey, Gervis,
Oh,
What's up?
man.
What's wrong?
I need a new set of golf clubs. Oh, hey, speaking of golf clubs, I heard those Ping G30s were pretty awesome. I sure could use some awesome today. Oh, but I just didn't play like it.
Now, Gervis, just because you had a bad round on the golf course doesn't mean you have to get a whole new set of clubs.
Well, these clubs here won't do the trick.
Now, I forgot. What are you hitting right now?
Ping black dots.
Oh, wow.
Oldies but a goodie.
Would you like a cheaper way to be able to see if your clubs are the issue?
Well, always like cheaper.
I knew you would. Now, go down to the golf course, talk to our local club fitter, let him know you would like to get your current set of clubs fit to you. He'll take some measurements, and then from there he can make some recommendations on your lie angles and shaft lengths that you have, and be able to get your current set of clubs fit to you.
Hey, I just got back from the golf course and talking to the club fitter. And he took my height and my arm length, and he was mentioning that my black dots, he goes, I could probably just put about an inch extension on them and I'll probably be just fine. So I was pretty excited about that. So I asked him, how much will that cost? And he told me about $10 a club.
Oh, you didn't ask him if he had anything cheaper, did you?
Well, he just looked at me.
See, maybe just getting your shaft length then will help you out.
So when should I think about new equipment?
That is a good question. And you always want to test out new equipment. Because just because it's new doesn't mean it's going to benefit you or improve your game. So you need to be able to take it to a launch monitor, the driving range, and eventually to the golf course to ultimately see if this particular club will do the trick. I remember when the TaylorMade SLR drivers came out, and I was hitting my driver about 225 off the tee, rolling to 250. Well, I hit their 9-degree 225, rolling to 250. I tried a higher lofted one, and again, I was hitting at 225, rolling 250. I even tried out a Ping G25 driver at the time, and again, I was hitting at 225, rolling to 250, which was the same as the current club I had right now. So, even though I had an old SI3 driver that Ping made eons ago, the new stuff wasn't really helping me out. But I did come across a I-25 driver that was an 8-degree that did go further.
Well, how much did all that cost?
Well, the TaylorMades were $500 and the Ping was $400.
Wow. You got anything cheaper?
Yes. So after you find something that you like and you don't want to pay the retail price, there's ways you can go cheaper. So, What else you can do, you can check with the pro shop. They might have used clubs around that will give you a discount, and that way you can be able to save some money.
Wow. You got anything cheaper?
You might be able to find in the pro shop older models. So if it's a G30 driver that you really like a lot that Ping makes, you might be able to go back to like a G20 or a G15 or even a G5 to see if any of those would be able to benefit your game. And usually the older models are a lot less than the new stuff.
Wow. You got anything cheaper?
Another way to be able to save some money that I've had luck with is actually going on eBay and putting in the club that you know specifically that you're looking for. And there's some guys out there selling used clubs for really good deals. You got to keep your eyeballs all on them. Also, from what I understand, there's club counterfeiting that's going on out there, so you might want to educate yourself a little bit on that.
Wow. You got anything cheaper?
Oh, really doing this again? Oh. Okay. You might be able to find a friend of yours that wants to get rid of a club that just happens to be what you're looking for. For example, I was able to find a Ping i15 driver that a gentleman I was working with at the golf course had, and I was able to get off his hands for next to nothing.
Wow. You got anything cheaper?
I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get frustrated. Okay. There is a free way. If you happen to have a parent that buys golf clubs all the time, you might be able to pick up the clubs that they were going to trade in for other clubs.
Yeah. Now, what about like shaft stiffness and kick points and flexibility and center of gravity and RPMs and all that other stuff?
Now that's interesting stuff. There's lots of topics on clubs we can talk about and address, but here we're just kind of talking about getting you going in the right direction. Now what you want to do is get golf educated on all that stuff if it sounds important to you. And probably the better the player you become, the more all that stuff will have an impact on your game. So as your scores drop, you can start looking into fine-tuning your clubs and getting them to really perform the way you want them to. And so just get golf educated.